Why is she lying about who I am? Why is she making claims about who I am that she can't support? Where's her evidence on anything that she claims? Like, just take the $5,000 loss and move on. That's your best bet. She's going to ruin your case, and she's not going to give two shits. She'll cast you out. She got what she wanted from you, and that was money. That's it. She, honest to God, does not care if your child comes home. We have had that woman ignore a mother that was asking her to take her sexually abused child off of her page because Fran posted a video without even blurring the child's face, and she ignored that mother. But it was getting views, so why would she listen to the mother? It was finally pulled because it was reported by people. The child wasn't even in danger at that point. It actually turned out that the video of what it was his dad talking about molesting this very young child, and it was an old video. The child had already been taken into the mother's custody. The child was safe, and the mother was requesting that Fran remove the video from her page, and Fran wouldn't do it because she said apparently she was still trying to save a child that was already saved. The child wasn't in danger. She didn't give a shit if that child was in danger or not. She cared if it was going to bring her page views. I mean, why do you think you hear David and Fran? They're always talking about, David, let's make it super viral, guys. And I mean, they're trying to grow their victim harvesting. And that's what they're doing. All of these CPS groups and shit, that's their hunting grounds. That's why David Jose, he doubles up and he does those get money quick scams, because they know most of the people in CPS, they don't have money. They don't have a lot of money. I can guarantee you, and up to this point, I've never sat in a mansion with somebody who had their child wrongfully taken. I don't think that'll ever happen, because it's not how it works. That's not how the system is set up on any level, and that goes from prison to CPS to anything. People without money are the targets. Millionaires, people in mansions are not the targets because they have the money for lawyers. They have the money to go to court. If a millionaire ends up in this situation, they're not going to give Fran money to get their kid home. So when they offer these scams, these get rich quick, it's the same targeting of the CPS crowd, that they probably don't have the money to already get their child home, and then this is a way for them to make a quick buck and hopefully get their child home. All of it is almost directly like, it's like a cult / religion. David Jose himself has admitted that the affidavit doesn't work. What it is part one of multiple affidavits. It's very common in sovereign beliefs that you put people on notice. So David has claimed himself these first affidavits and shit, all this random nonsensical paperwork that they're turning in that nobody's responding to, is putting them on notice for then the next affidavit. And then after that affidavit, there's going to be a third affidavit that really brings it all down, and all of this putting them on notice is going to be like for the bigger picture at the end. No, it's not. The reason why people are not responding from the courts is because they aren't legal documents. They're nonsensical documents. There is no way to respond to them because they mean nothing. It's the same with Chris Howlett and Kirk Pendergrass. There is not a way to respond to their nonsense because they're not following law. They're not legal documents. That's number one. But again, in sovereign beliefs, that's their thing. If they didn't respond, they think that they won. And that's not true. They're not responding because they can't. That's literally why they don't respond to you. Again, ask Fran, ask David, ask Robert Slaven, ask David straight. You can go above Fran, David, Jose, and Robert Slaven and go to David straight. Ask David straight to post a goddamn document from a court saying their affidavits got a child home. I guarantee you will never see that. And if you'll notice, all their claims of getting children home, it's always just a faceless person. It's another child comes home, praise God. or Facebook posts from just this random account that still sticks around and asks for help with CPS later. So there is no children coming home. Not to mention, Fran and David are both pushing ridiculous nonsense of like children being saved right now with the COVID-19 thing from tunnels underneath the country. And Central Park is a hub for children they're saving, which is so goddamn ludicrous, it's not even funny. Like, somehow right now, the amount of people that believe this shit is beyond belief. You're talking millions of people that honestly think that in Central Park right now, these like hubs and shit, and like the pop-up hospital is being used to help children rescued from tunnels underneath the country. It's terrifying how many people believe this. But, you know, that's the sort of shit Jose's getting twisted up now as he's getting more connected with Charles Timothy Homeseth. And he's even done videos backing up Charles Timothy Homeseth's claims that there's all these children being rescued from tunnels, even though Charles Timothy Homeseth has never provided any sort of evidence whatsoever. Not once has the only evidence Charles Timothy Homeseth has ever posted comes from Charles Timothy Homeseth. He fact checks himself. And he, of course, was the other part of the Children's Crusade with Field McConnell. Basically the same sort of scam as Francesca Amato's Punish for Protecting. And they use these organizations where they're saving children to get donations they're basically robbing people. They don't do anything. Field McConnell and Timothy Homeseth, I mean, their sort of bullshit with Kirk Pendergrass and Chris Hallett are tied directly to two fucking kidnappings at this point. Two of them. Like, literally two. Where parents just lost their shit and went and tried to take their kids back from foster care. Which at the same time, completely, like, almost beyond a doubt, guaranteed that they're never going to get custodial rights of their child back. And that's the thing that people aren't realizing. These guys are getting a quick buck off you, but they don't realize that the damage that they're doing to these families doesn't go away. They're going to spend that money way before the damages are done. Because this can end up with you never seeing your child again. So if it's something as important, and this is one of those things that goes directly to that mother. If you're out there and you're watching this is your child. So if this is that important to you, don't you think it would be important for Francesca Amato and Robert Slaven to show you evidence in court documents that their affidavit has brought a child home?